Tonight on News Live at 6, students rocked out at Juice Jam. We have the very latest on one of the most popular student events of the year.
Finally on its way out. I'll have your full weather forecast coming up.
And the Baldwinsville Central School District made a major announcement. Find out who it affects and what the new protocols are. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This year's festival didn't.
Well, for new students attending college, sometimes finding friends can be a challenge. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Nicole Aponte.
And I'm Peyton Spellacy. There's a program on campus that is looking in to fix just that. Our CitrusTV reporter Tyler O'Donnell comes to tell us in studio tonight what the secret to this program's success is.
The program is called Friendship Luncheon, and it's a run every Thursday by a Christian organization called Bridge. For decades, the program has been working to build a community of students connected by things that everybody loves: free food and friendship.
On Thursday afternoons, this quiet room at Hendricks Chapel comes alive with music and conversation. This spark of activity is all thanks to the Friendship Luncheon, a program that's been running inside of Hendricks Chapel for decades. Its current program director, Chaplain Jay Koshi, is actually the son of the program's original founder, T.E. Koshi, who started the program during his graduate years at Newhouse. Despite the program spanning decades, though, the mission has always remained the same.
This event, we want anyone to be able to feel welcome, whoever walks in the door, and we just want to serve them, and that's what we're all about.
Over the luncheon's approximately 70 years of operation, it has become a community for students of all backgrounds to eat and enjoy each other's company. According to the event organizers, the secret to their success in bringing students together lies with the food.
We don't open up very urgently and very fastly. So that's why this bridge is actually, we provide food as a bridge between two students so that the students can open up, talk to each other students, and build a friendship, build a network here. That's what my main aim is, to make sure everyone be as one big family here.
It's that core idea of networking and forming a family that keeps students coming back every week that they can.
You can find people from the United States, but even you can find people from around the world. And that is really rich, because you can talk with people, their experience, their stories, and you can try to absorb all this knowledge for the people around the world and cultures.
If you're interested in attending the Friendship Luncheon, they happen every Thursday from noon to 1:30. There's no registration required, but if you're looking for food, organizers do recommend coming in a bit early at the start of the event. Nicole, Peyton, back to you.
Tyler, great stuff. Thanks so much. Voting is open for the fall 2023 Student Association election. Undergraduate students from SU and SUNY ESF are eligible to cast a ballot. To learn more about the election candidates and vote in the election, visit sa.syr.edu.
And today is Yom Kippur, and Hendricks Chapel is offering services for those who celebrate. Happening now until 6:30, there's a Torah study in the Noble Room, and at 6:45 there will be a Nila, or the closing of gates. At 7:39 there will be Havladah, and at 7:45 there will be a break fast at Winwick Hillel Center. You can find more information on all the Syracuse events at syracusehillel.org.
Even the rain didn't stop Syracuse students from enjoying the performances at University Union's Juice Jam. Here to give us the full recap of the headliners and celebrations is reporter Maura Vaughn.
Students are lining up as we speak for today's Juice Jam, and I can already sense the anticipation and excitement as there's some great food, some bouncy houses, amazing vendors, but what we're all here for, the amazing performances from great headliners.
It's your
Opener Rachel Gray began the Juice Jam tunes with high energy no matter the weather conditions. Luckily, the crowd of this year's festival didn't seem to be too affected by the rainy conditions, still enjoying the inflatables, t-shirt merchandise, photo ops, and the music of Juice Jam.
I love the rain, so it's fine.
I also love the rain, so it makes it even better.
So
all the flyers around campus, and I was like, okay, this is a new experience. Let's check it out. Honestly, depending on how lit it is, I might stay during the rain. We'll see.
The stage was set for the Juice Jam headliners and for students such as Mark Samuels, a student DJ at Syracuse.
I'm very excited to perform on like a real stage setup. I've never done that before. I've done like abandoned warehouses and like house parties and stuff like that, but this is another level.
Ryan Beatty, Rachel Gray, and Denzel Curry all got the crowd jumping and having fun, but when asking students who they were most excited to see, the answer was the same.
Florida. Probably Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Yes.
We listened to Florida this morning, all morning.
This is Maura Vaughn for Citrus TV News.
So it was raining yesterday at Juice Jam. It was raining a little bit today earlier, but we are getting all the seasons today.
Oh, I completely agree. Walking to class, literally 8 a.m. this morning, rain, now sun. But what's going on right now? For more of the latest, our Lauren Holdemeyer joins us live outside Citrus TV's weather deck. Lauren.
Good evening, Peyton, Nicole. Now, I am out here on the Citrus TV weather deck, and as you can see, the conditions are absolutely gorgeous right now. All of that rain that we saw over the weekend and even into this morning has moved out, making for an extremely sunny, fairly clear skies afternoon. We are sitting at right about 69 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and there's just a slight chance of rain for the rest of the evening. And then looking at our current temperatures around the area, we are seeing just a little bit cooler of temperatures down in Cortland. We're at 59, Binghamton 59, Ithaca 61. However, here in Fulton 69 degrees, in Rome 67, and in Syracuse 69. So just a little bit cooler down south. And then tonight we are actually going to drop down into the 50s as the night moves on. And it's going to be clear skies for the rest of the night. But that's all I have for now. So Peyton and Nicole, I'll send it back over to you.
Lauren, thanks so much. Just like the temperatures are falling, like you just saw, the unemployment rate in Syracuse is too. The city's unemployment rate fell 0.3 points from 2021. The census data shows a significant racial disparity. Unemployment among Black city residents was 11% last year. That number is almost 3 times higher than the rate of unemployment among white people.
A members-only wholesale distributor and retailer is set to open this week. Restaurant Depot plans to open Wednesday morning. Membership is limited to businesses, but the public can shop with a day pass. This marks the first Restaurant Depot in the Syracuse area. They sell food, service equipment, and supplies to different providers and nonprofit organizations.
A new road closure along the town of DeWitt will last 6 days. Manlius Center road closure begins today, so crews can remove the railroad tracks near Butternut Drive. Traffic will be diverted from Bridge Street to Route 257 along the town of Manlius. Drivers cannot cross railroad tracks during removal.
And last week, the Baldwinsville Central School District made a major announcement affecting the lives of students. Citrus TV's Zach Richter explains how the safety protocols is being put in place.
Good evening, guys. The Baldwinsville Central School District announcing last week that they will add weapon detectors to every one of their schools in the district. Now, this includes this elementary school here behind me. Well, what does that mean? That means kids as young as 5 years old will have to go through weapon detectors every single day. There were some mixed reactions to this earlier in the Baldwinsville community.
To the flag of the United States of America.
That's the morning announcement from McNamara Elementary School Principal Melinda Howard. It was just a normal day last Friday as students arrived to school, but when weapon detectors are installed, things are going to change. Some local residents think it's completely unnecessary.
The young kids, it's kind of crazy having young kids kind of go through and, it's treat them like a criminal right off the get-go.
But if a student wants to get it into school, they'll find a way. So I prefer that we do not do this.
However, some say, unfortunately, it's now time.
It's definitely gotten to that point where it's needed. I mean, you've seen like the Sandy Hook shootings and stuff, And unfortunately, it's just, I wouldn't be opposed just as bad as it's gotten.
The Baldwinsville Central School District releasing in a statement to Citrus TV News saying, quote, "Safety and security are extremely important to our district, and we have continued to be proactive with our safety protocols, infrastructure improvements, staff training, and school resource officers / special patrol staffing." One student we spoke to in the district could not be more disappointed about this incoming change.
I honestly think they're unneeded. I think we haven't had enough problems to where I think we need them included in our school every day. I also think for me as a senior getting in, especially like school starts around 7:35, and I like to get in late, I like to get in right on time. How am I supposed to get into school on time if people are taking out their stuff from their bags?
The district says the weapon detector should be installed within the next few weeks. And yeah, so this comes after a 14-year-old brought a handgun into one of the junior high schools in the district last March. The superintendent of the Baldwinsville Central School District is hoping that this will make schools in the district safer for everyone. From Baldwinsville tonight, Zach Richter, Citrus TV News.
Zach, thanks so much. Police say alcohol-related driving deaths have increased by 30% in New York over the last several years. New York State Police are pushing for districts to teach K-12 students about impaired driving and how to protect themselves. Some lawmakers are pushing for increased screening legislation, and we'll discuss lowering the blood alcohol concentration limit for drivers.
And just ahead on News Live at 6, the Writers Guild of America has reached a potential deal to end their strike when they'll return to office.
And Senator John Mannion's personal Zoom call has been leaked, what he said, and the backlash he's facing after the break.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay? I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Peyton Spellacy, Nicole Aponte, and Lauren Holdemeyer. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. State Senator John Mannion is in hot water for comments he made on a private Zoom call that some Republicans are calling an insult to voters. Joining us in studio, Citrus TV political analyst Luke Radel. Luke, what did Senator Mannion say in the Zoom call?
Yeah, in a 30-second video clip leaked over the weekend to Fox News Digital, Senator Mannion spoke candidly about the migrant issue in New York State. Take a listen.
It will be weaponized. It is effective. I represent those very Republican areas, as you said, I said, and when you go into those rooms, you know, they are fearful that buses of migrants are going to come into where they live and change their community. And it is just unbelievable to me, but I'm not surprised at the ignorance.
Now, the senator has not yet responded directly to what he said in that clip, but did condemn reported plans by New York City Mayor Eric Adams to transport migrants to the Syracuse area back in May. He called the issue a policy failure and said the situation is not fair to the migrants or communities I represent. Mannion's campaign did send out a fundraising email over the weekend shortly after Fox News published the clip. I reached out to his team for an interview, and they have yet to respond, guys.
Now, Luke, Mannion is running against Syracuse Congressman Brandon Williams. How has Williams responded?
Yeah, the congressman has attacked Mannion for this statement, saying that it was an insult to voters to refer to some of their concerns as ignorant, and also calling him a hypocrite and an elitist. The congressman's spokesperson even referred to the senator as Marxist Mannion. And we see just today, the congressman traveled to Eagle Pass, Texas on a congressional delegation to visit the southern border. His campaign is clearly trying to make border security a top issue in this campaign.
Well, Luke, thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Well, the Writers Guild of America and studios have reached a potential deal to end the strike after nearly 150 days in the picket line. Members are waiting to return to work until the agreement is officially ratified by the near 12,000 union members.
The WGA didn't disclose the provisions of the contract to the members as they are still drafting the final document. In their Sunday message to members, the WGA Negotiation Committee says this deal is exceptional with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership.
And coming up on News Live at 6, sun is finally in the forecast this week. I'll have your full 5-day forecast after the break. Stay with us.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah. Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Back to News Live at 6, and I am so excited because sun is finally in the forecast this week. We are seeing sun all week, and especially for game day on Saturday. Highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s all throughout the week. It's definitely going to be a great time to get outside and enjoy some sun. And then right now actually is a good time to start seeing some fall foliage in upstate New York. So this week we are going to start seeing those first changes of some of the fall colors around our area. So some good places to see it right now especially are in Saratoga and Finger Lake. So definitely make sure to check that out when you can get a chance. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you, Peyton and Nicole.
Lauren, thanks so much. Love to hear that fall weather is coming.
Oh, yeah.
And an important element of every football game is the student section. Here with what students think about their passes is our Anjana Desam.
Thanks, Nicole.
and Peyton. As the Syracuse football continues their winning streak, students are eager to rally in the Dome and cheer on their team, surrounded by other students in the student section. However, being a part of this traditional student experience has now become difficult for students to be a part of.
As of last year, there was a change in rules regarding student section tickets. Students with single game tickets are not allowed to be part of this section and are instead regulated to the 300 level sections across the field. Alex Klee, a senior at SU, started a petition this year against this new change.
A feeling of disconnect from the main student body. You don't get the same amount of energy, the same atmosphere up there as you do down by the field. You don't feel like you have the same impact. And it's just very disappointing.
Pricing becomes another issue due to the fact that the single game tickets are more expensive than 300 level seats. In Klee's petition, he feels as though SU and the Dome are, quote, prioritizing profit instead of fan experience. This petition has been picking up speed as Klee hopes to see progress towards this issue.
We already have a good number, about 375 as of today, and I'm very optimistic because that's a lot more than I anticipated, especially in this short amount of time.
SU's school spirit has always been one to admire and something for all students to experience during their time at this university.
I think the student section is like one of the biggest parts of Syracuse University. It's something that you hear about when you're being recruited here. You see it in all the hype videos, and we are known as one of the loudest and proudest student sections in the country.
With more big games right around the corner, there's definitely a high demand to get a spot in that student section, especially with SU's perfect football record. Luke, what happened at the game this weekend?
Well, thanks. Syracuse football was 3-0 for the second straight season before they took on Army for the first time since 1996. How did the Orange fare against some of our nation's best and brightest? The answer is on the way after the break.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay? I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Syracuse football took the expression "a game of two halves" to a new extreme this Saturday. Welcome to sports, I'm Luke Burgess. SU squared up against Army over the weekend, but the two teams looked like they were just play fighting in the first half that saw only a combined 13 points. Different look in the second half. The Orange were ready to start throwing some haymakers. Quarterback Garrett Schrader, 191 yards through the air coming out of the locker room. His in-game performance continues to be a focal point of the early season success surrounding the team. This past weekend, that standout performance was good enough for a 29-16 SU victory in the JMA Dome. The boxing analogy is not just for fun. This was a physical game with several injuries. Army tried to pound the rock all day long, but the Orange D-line held strong to snag a W. The Cuse ride off into ACC play with a spotless record. Things don't get much easier from here. Also a big day for LaQuint Allen on the ground. SU's running back had 105 yards and a house call. The #1 back continues a strong start to the season as he tries to ramp himself up for a big 3-game stretch against top ACC opponents UNC, Florida State, and Clemson in the Dome on Saturday. At JS Coyne Stadium, Syracuse field hockey suffered a tough double overtime defeat to a top 10 Virginia team on Friday. They had a chance to get back in the win column in central Pennsylvania on Sunday. More goals came pouring in from the usual suspects, Pique de Van de Pas and Charlotte DeVries, and that was it. The Orange play some lockdown defense to turn smiles upside down in Happy Valley. DeVries continues her quest to become the all-time leading scorer in program history after she netted her first hat-trick of the season 8 days ago against Wagner. The team's season continues on Friday on the road against BC. SU still trying to find its rhythm at this point. They were shut out against #9 Duke just over 2 weeks ago. So far, they have not fared too well against top teams in the rankings. Another team struggling against ranked opponents plays down at SU Soccer Stadium. After an illustrious run to the national championship last season, things have not come so easy for the Cuse this time around. One of the biggest changes comes in goal. Former All-American SU keeper Russell Shealy has moved on to the professional level, and it shows in the defensive statistics. So far this season, 8 goals allowed on defense. It wasn't until October 18th of last year's campaign that opponents reached that margin against Syracuse. Along with double-digit departures between the professional level with players such as Nathan Opoku and Levante Johnson, as well as transfers to and from the program, head coach Ian McIntyre continues to strive toward bringing his team toward the top of the country. Friday, it was a big-time clash between 2 ACC foes at SU Soccer Stadium. The Orange come out on top with a big performance from their captain, Lorenzo Baselli. Unfortunately, goals against continue to be an issue. Pitt's Gavin Wigg with a big night, an assist and a goal in the losing effort. Syracuse bounces back after a 2-1 loss to Cornell last week.
Luke, thanks so much. When you come back, we'll have one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! There we go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! I thought you were on my team.
And taking a look at our wake-up weather for tomorrow, we are going to be seeing about 55 degrees, so just a little bit on the cooler side tomorrow when you wake up. It is going to be overcast in the morning, but then our clouds will clear throughout the day. And then taking a look at my photo of the day, of course I had to show the gorgeous sunshine. I'm just so excited to see that sun again.
Lauren, thank you. That's a great photo.
I agree.
That's all the time we have for you today on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on X or check out our website at citrustv.com.
I'm Peyton Spellacy.
I'm Nicole Aponte. Have a great night, Syracuse. The last time you were like,